And I'll tell you, my husband says this all the time. He's like, Di, you get more compliments now on your hair than when you were blonde.
Now, does that surprise you?
It does.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my Fierce Aging series. So today we have a special guest in the studio all the way from Chicago. It's Diane, she's 65 years old, and she came in a rose themed outfit. It is so adorable. And so I really created her look off of this outfit. We used Fresh Beauty eyeshadow palette. We did Actually I Can. We did so many really great things that enhanced her eyes. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started.
My natural color is kind of like my mom always called it a mousy brown. Well, I think it all started too with kind of locking down and not being able to go out and do those things.
Right.
So I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. Spending so much time at home, I think, made it easier. Right.
No one saw you.
Right.
Besides your family.
Right. Everyone, once it started growing out, you get some compliments and you're like, oh, I think I could do this.
Now you're in your mid-60s. Are you excited to these last 5 years of this decade? I mean, do you have special plans? Do you have certain goals before you hit 70?
Probably to travel a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
We sat with a couple one time, my husband and I, we were traveling, and they said, do it right away. Because as you get older, it gets a little harder.
Oh, yeah. That's
and I
thought about that.
I thought about that, and I thought that made a lot of sense.
It does. What is your attitude towards aging in your 60s?
I think whatever God has given you, and you just got to go with it, right? I'm not really into like covering it up or, taking care of it, taking care of your skin and yourself. I think that's key.
If you gave me 3 words to describe you,
okay,
what would those 3 words be?
Blessed, grateful. I'd say strong.
Mm-hmm. If you could take, because you like to travel, you could take 3 products with you for makeup, and that's it. What would be your 3 products that you couldn't live without?
I would say the eye brightener or a little bit of concealer.
Okay.
For sure blush and for sure lipstick.
I'm going to start off the makeup tutorial with the La Mer. This is a hydrating milk. It's called Hydrating Infused Emulsion. It's so beautiful, so nice and light. So I want to hydrate the skin before we start the makeup tutorial. As we are letting the La Mer soak into the skin, I'm going to work on the brows. So I picked out 2 skinny brow pencils, one in taupe and one in soft gray. So we are going to perfect Diane's brows. We're going to make them come to life. And I want to do 2 different brow pencils because I want to, not so much of an ombre, but we have very light brows. I need structure. I just don't want to go in with a blonde. I really want to define. So we do have some darkness in the hair, which is what the soft gray will pick up. And then we have more of a taupey, just natural look, which is her hair color, her brow hair color. So I'm going to start off first with shaping with the taupe. So you're going to see that Diane is starting where she should. So I'm going on the outside of the nose straight up. Then I will go to the ball of the nose. Straight over is where we're going to arch. And then corner of the nose, corner of the eye, right here is where we're going to end. So I want to give some shape to the brow. I'm going to just run through with my spoolie on the other end. So I can see the brow hair just kind of goes straight across here. We want to create a little bit of that shape instead of just following this brow hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with maybe making this front a little bit more square. Now you know that I like to give this area here, it's like the bridge. So I need to give a little bit more of that base for the brow. So I'm really recreating the brow and giving that structure, because if I don't fill this in, giving it this base here, I don't have anywhere to really give it that arch. So we're going to fill this in like that. So as I move through the brow, I'm going to concentrate on this arch right here. So I'm going to be lifting the brow. It's very slight, but I do need to give that little lift right here. So that's what I'm concentrating on. Now, if you are in doubt and you have brows like Diane and you're not sure, we do have these brow stencils that I created. I shaped these because all I was doing before when I was seeing clients in my studio was brows. That's all I did. I was obsessed with brows. So I wanted certain shapes, And I'm going to take out the slim arch here for her. It's going to match her brows that she has now, her natural hair. So what I'm going to do is, you can see that we have hair here and then it kind of just goes straight. So what I want to do is create that shape. Now you might not know how to do that and you might need to have a little stencil. So if we go from the outside of the nose straight up is where the hair should be starting, but then you kind of get lost where you're like, well, how do I arch it? And how do I make it look more of a shape? We're going to make sure that we can just start at the front, go across, and this is going to give us more of that template. It might feel a little strange as you hold it on your brow, but you just need to outline. You don't need to get crazy and to do the whole brow with this on. You just need to have that arch, make sure you know where the base is. And then when you take it off, you're going to see, I have the line for the base. I have right where I was going to arch and I can build off of that. So I'm still with the taupe brow pencil and I'm going to now do nice strokes that are soft, just giving me that shape first. So we're working through the brow. I have this line here that I can soften up in a little bit, but I need that as my anchor to know where I'm placing this brow pencil. So now as I end right where I created that new base, I'm going to go straight up right here and bring that brow up. So I can go back with the spoolie, soften that little line here. And again, this is going to take practice. You're not going to get it on the first time. You might, but again, don't give up because brows are the hardest thing. They're never going to be the same. Your right brow to your left brow is going to look different. You just want to get them as symmetrical as possible. But you can see now, we've literally created that base that we didn't have. Very natural, looks nice and natural. We give just a couple little strokes here. We want to kind of square that out a little bit more, not have it so rounded. And then we built up the brow. So we have a nice soft arch here. And then it comes out at the very end as a nice taper. Now, with the soft gray, I like what the taupe's doing for us right now. I don't want to go too much darker with her brows, but I do want to create a little bit of interest. So I'm going to just take little areas of where I want to emphasize the brow, maybe at the top here. Here, I would probably take out some of these hairs that are a little too low, but right now I'm going to just give that dimension with the soft gray. Here I want to give a little bit more of that depth. And then just a little bit here at that arch. Now you might be saying, oh my gosh, so dark, I can't believe it, it doesn't look natural. You have to wait until everything comes together. Of course her brows are going to look out of place because we don't have any makeup on, we don't have any color. So you have to trust the process, especially when you're gray or you're white and you haven't seen brows. We're so used to not seeing brows and then we color them in and then it's like, oh my gosh, no, this is so much. It's just like eyelashes, you know, we put them on, we've never seen them before and it's like, oh, it's too much. I always say, give it 10 minutes and then tell me you want to take them off. And the ladies would be like, okay, no, I really like them. All right, so we're going to move on to the eye primer. But before I do, I'm going to do a little, I can see that we're a little dehydrated on our lips from the flight and maybe being out in the Florida beautiful sun. I'm going to take our eye primer. This is my first step when it comes to the makeup. I'm going to take our angled concealer brush and I'm going to set up the eyes for the eyeshadow. This is the best product to do when you're a mature woman because we see the reds, the blues, the veins coming through the lid. We want to really prime them. We want our eyeshadow to last all day. And so that's how I get the shadow to last all day and to really look nice and true. So I'm going to just tap into the product. You don't need too much. Close your eyes. And then we're going from the base of the lash all the way into the inner corner. So you're going to see how nicely that it does give this really beautiful priming to the eye. I'm going to take our Fresh Beauty palette. It comes with 2 little brushes in here that I've designed for you. So if you're on the go, you can apply your eyeshadow. So we have 3 sheen shadows here. So we have a really beautiful soft pink, we go into a little bit more of a purple, and then we have a really nice brow bone color. So I'm going to take our flat eyeshadow brush. Now I'm working out of my Essential Makeup brush kit. So this is all you need. Very simple. You can throw this into your suitcase and not feel like it's going to get stomped on. I don't know about you, but I used to have brushes that were all over the place. And I was like, they're getting ruined. So when you put them into your tube, you can feel safe that you can just throw them literally into your luggage. So I'm going to start off with my flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to go into the middle color here, and we're going to go right to the eyelid. We're going to go right to the middle of the eye, bring it down to this corner, and then come out to the end. I'm going to really bring it up into this little crease here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. I'm going to take the other side of my brush and go into the lightest color, and I'm going to just dust that brow bone. I'm going to take the darkest color. I'm going in with my tapered blending brush. It's like a little pencil, so it comes to a point. So I just like to roll it into the darkest color. You want to be careful too of how much product you pick up depending on kind of what look you're going for. You can always add more later. So I'm going to just go into the crease here, and I want to see a little bit of this darkness on her brow bone, just a little bit. I'm going in with our waterproof plum eyeliner. I think this will be really pretty. You have the dark chocolate. You don't have the plum, right?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to give a really nice definition to the eyes, but I don't want to overpower the eyes with the eyeliner. So I'm going to the base of the lashes, and I'm just making these little strokes. Now I always anchor my finger on my guest because I don't want to have this liner all over the place. So that's something important to think about when you're at home. I'm going to just taper it down in this inner corner, just really so slightly. Doing the same thing on this eye here. To balance out the eye, I'm going to take a little bit of the plum underneath. And I'm not making a very thick line, but I just definitely want to have a little bit of color underneath the eye. Don't worry that it's maybe going somewhere other than where you want it to be. We're going to go back and we'll just sweep it up with one of our brushes. I'm going to be using my short smudge brush. This is going to just really even out anything that maybe skipped underneath the eye. This is really nice. It's really, really soft. So you can spend a little time just kind of dragging this color together. So it really, the reason why I call it my eraser brush is that literally it like erases all your mistakes. So you can feel confident that you do have a brush in your kit that you can go back and just really nicely just smooth out the line on top and underneath the eye. We are going to go in with our Volume Up mascara. We're going to get every single lash that Diane has, and we're going to obviously, of course, here on Fierce Aging, put on a little lashes. So what I do is I go to the base of the lashes and I grab the lashes and then I just pull them up. So basically this is like a little comb. So we're going to grab all the lashes and just really nicely see them being coated with the mascara. I'm going to be using my Ardell lashes. They're called Naked Lashes because they look so natural, so real, and this is why I like them. They're number 420, and I'm going to, might have to just cut down on the end for Diane, I'm not sure, but we're going to meet you back right after I put the lashes on. So we can see lashes are on her left eye, so it's on the right for you, and no lashes. You can see the dramatic difference, but also you can see that they're very natural. So if you're looking for an event or you have a graduation or you have a special birthday, this is something that I think is just like a no-brainer, right? You don't feel them, they look incredible, and you feel like yourself, but just better. So the lashes are on, looking gorgeous, very, very just classic, and really enhances any look. So you can be as natural as you want with these on, or you can be more dramatic. Let's take the no redness first. have a little redness right here on her eye area. So let's just try to color correct that first, and then we will go over with our concealer. So I have just put the no redness on any of the redness areas that I see, just like these. So my concealer or my serum foundation doesn't have to work that hard. I'm going to take my angled concealer brush. I'll just work this in right before I do my concealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two different colors of my color corrector. I have a light and I have a medium. And so what I like to do when I don't have a ton of darkness, but I still want to lighten up the area, I'm going to just put these little dots just like this, and then I'll go in between with the medium. So basically I want it to just lighten up, but I don't want it to be too light. Taking my angled concealer brush, and I'm going to just work this in underneath the eye, spreading it down and almost like airbrushing this into the skin. I'm going to be taking our serum foundation. I did not use the face primer. I almost feel like this has a built-in primer. So I'm just going to use a little bit and show you how far this goes on the skin. So I'm using the light medium, and I'm going to bring out just a little bit. I probably did about 4 drops there. I'm going to take my foundation buffing brush and I'm going to work this into the brush. And then we're going to buff it into the skin. It goes on like silk, and it's going to be a really beautiful foundation that you can build up on, that's going to make you feel really nice and confident because you don't feel like you're masking your skin. So just going to take it right over the no redness. I'm taking my blending eyeshadow brush with my Nikita Banana. This is a brightening powder. I'm just going to set underneath the eyes. So I just roll the brush into the Nikita Banana, and I'm going to just dust right underneath the eyes. I'm taking my waterproof lip liner called Rose All Day because it matches perfectly with Diane's beautiful rose ensemble. She has the cutest little pant outfit too. So that whatever you see on the top is repeating down in pants. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect.
And it's so you.
I know. I was so excited when I saw it. So I'm just lining her lips with this lip liner. It is waterproof. And what's really nice is that when you moisturize your lips with the rose lip balm, you get a really nice application. You can see how it goes on nice and smooth. What I want to do is I'm going to just lift this top lip just a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to almost connect the Cupid's bow. Just gives a powderier look. It's basically called like a lip lift. So you can see right here, it still looks natural, but we're bringing up her lip. So it makes her look like she has a little bit more of a powderier top lip. I just filled in the whole lip. It gives the lipstick a little bit more staying power. I'm taking my concealer lip brush. You have 2 options. You have a lip brush on this side or a concealer brush, and then you have one that just pulls out, and then you have your lip brush if you want to be more precise. So I'm going to be using our Actually I Can. It's so beautiful with this look, and it just goes perfectly with Diane's outfit. You can see that it matches perfectly with Rose All Day. So if you really want a matching lip liner to your lipstick, this would be Rose All Day and Actually I Can. I'm going to be using my Champs. This is a little lip gloss that's going to give just an extra bit of pop, just the lips. I'm putting it at the bottom and then just right here at the top. So I've left the color for the cheeks at the end. So I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to be using our Creme Brulee, which is a bronzer hybrid. This is going to be really nice just to warm up the skin a little bit. And then I'm going to go into my 3-Well blush palette called In Full Bloom. And I really love this because it's really pulling the whole look together with this palette. So you have 3 different colors that you can use. Use 1, use 2, or mix all 3 together and have a custom color. So first, I'm going to use the Creme Brulee, warm up the skin. It's kind of like my bronzer, but it's very nice and light. I'm just going to be using my angled blush brush, swirled it into the product just like this. And then I'm going to go where the sun hits the face. So we'll give a little contour right here. And then we'll just go to the top. And then I'm going to just take the same brush, my angled blush brush, and I'm going to go into these two colors here and get a really nice, beautiful, just pop of color. And for my final step, of course, this is like the most perfect outfit for the rose spray at the very end. We're really theming it out. Rose lip balm, we have in full bloom. So to complete this, a little extra hydration, something to uplift the mood. So just close your eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you your look, right?
Okay.
So let's see what you think. This is something that you would feel comfortable wearing.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it.
Do you feel pretty?
Oh, yeah.
It's really great colors for you.
Yeah.
The Fresh Beauty is going to be lighter than Naughty Nancy for you,
Mm-hmm.
but you could always take the cheeks down a little bit if you want to. But once you just start moving around and whatever, you know what happens with blush.
Oh, it's great. This was so much fun.
Do you think you would wear this look out?
Oh, for sure.
Do you think you'll wear it out tonight?
Yep.
Do you think her husband will recognize you?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm so happy you came all the way down from Chicago. You made the trip down to be in the studio.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
No, we
Yeah.
love it. And sharing your
Yeah.
beauty with my audience. And ladies, until my next video, we'll see you later. Thank you for being a part of this Fierce Aging series, ladies. If you love this kind of content, celebrating age, seeing women from all over the world, please like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. We're so excited to see you on the next one.